Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 36, Tannehill. Man open, that's Chester Rogers. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless 1st quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Josh Reynolds there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Cardinals now for their 1st drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 1:52 to play until halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
That's good for a Tennessee.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Second and inches at the 30.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Throwing again is Tannehill. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 29 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you... got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Tannehill, eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops.
and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it'll be second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. To throw is Tannehill. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
Brings up third and goal.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
I got him. 58, boys, 58.
To the air again, Tannehill. And he will. Score! Touchdown, Titans! 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
58, right over there.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From the 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And the pressure gets to him again. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
Nice play,
Loss of
man.
8 yards.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. 28 yards. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. A try here for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Murray. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. But I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Henry, the ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and
They'll run it again with Henry.
8-yard line.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, it's Henry, and he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here as we say so long from Nashville.